You're good. So, good morning, everyone. We begin chanting universal well-being. May I abide in well-being, in freedom from affliction, in freedom from hostility, in freedom from ill will, in freedom from anxiety, and may I maintain well-being in myself. May everyone abide in well-being, in freedom from hostility, in freedom from ill will, in freedom from anxiety, and may they maintain well-being in themselves. May all be released from all suffering, and may they not be parted from the good fortune they have attained. When they act upon intention, all beings are the owners of their action and inherit its results. Their future is born from such action, companion to such action, and the results will be their home. All actions with intention, be they skillful or harmful, of such acts there will be the heirs. The last more than 2 weeks, it's kind of for me personally, quite a difficult time knowing what's happened in Eastern Europe, in Ukraine particularly, and surrounding countries. This today is the day number 17 of the war in Ukraine, when the Russian attacked. And so far, I just look at the statistics. So the Russians' invasions of Ukraine has killed at least 549 civilians, 41 of whom were children, and at least an additional 957 civilians has been injured. So this is from the United Nations said. So many cities and villages are literally bombed, and you can say it's there in the fire. Many places surrounded by troops, and people are kind of, those who stay live with this kind of uncertainty, a constant fear, kind of very difficult situations. Many people decided to leave, and sometimes to make a decision to go, they made them it like few minutes even. As a result, some people travel just with a plastic bag. The whole family is without almost anything, included documents and so forth. So for now, I think 1,500,000 of Ukrainians crossed the Polish border. And I'm not sure about how many in Romania and Moldavia and other places surrounded the neighbors' countries. So the one side is this tremendous suffering and kind of humanitarian disaster, also we're experiencing a lot of amazing responses with kindness. And Jin Chuancher a few days ago mentioned about our call, the part of it, the prayers and songs for Ukraine. Many people are around the globe unite together and want to support, kind of show the solidarity, unity with everyone who is affected by this war, not just Ukrainians, but also Russians and others. One of my I invited one of my good friend who I known since I think 20 years, actually help her to become a volunteer in the cancer hospital when I was a coordinator of volunteers at the time. And now she's president of kind of foundation which support children with cancer. Since the conflict started in Ukraine, they also offer support for many people and refugees from Ukraine who are looking for the medical support. Just want to read you her last note that she published. This kind of amazing, interesting photo when her friend is sleeping on the floor on the corridor in the hospital. And she says, in the photo, you can see Magdalena Sekua. After transporting a child suffering from the cancer to hospital in Poland, in the middle of the night and early searching for a patient at various patients at the various borders crossings. Magda is taking a nap in the corridor of the hospital where Ruslan was admitted. He's the kid from Ukraine who received the treatment from cancer. Magda is the director of our foundation's southern branch. He travels with medical transports for sick patients from Ukraine, while coordinating all humanitarian aid organized for Ukrainian hospitals. Magda sleeps 2-3 hours a day. She's very tired, but I have not heard any complaints from Magda. I'm on the front line of telephone contact for cancer patients from Ukraine. People from all over the world call about them. I'm very tired too, but I do not complain either. I'm ready to help everyone. And she mentioned about other friends who are working together. And she finished. Anyone complaining? Not, because we know how difficult is the situation and how much our help is needed. And as I mentioned it in the call, it is, and also Maya, who I just read, report, says that this last more than 2 weeks, something shift in the country. The country was quite divided, similarly like in US. We have here blue and red, right? Republicans, Democrats. We have also two parties, and people are very, not communicating, to saying lightly, with each other. Something shift. Now they really open their homes, open their hearts, and one of the friend in Romania, during the call for Ukraine, the prayers and songs, she says that she's amazed, and in the Facebook group, anytime someone uh, publish the post, amount 60 seconds, someone's response. And I just look at, we have a similar group in Poland. And today in the morning, I was reading, actually, I was crying with the kindness and also of the suffering we people face it. We have also kind of a Facebook, Polish Buddhist groups united together and open up the doors when friends who do have Tibetan center. Just maybe remember, we have the last delegation, we have lectures over there. It's a small place. They say, the 8 from Ukraine are here. We created the family plus. They kind of with joke. The Tomasz is the host of the place. Created. It's another post, very short. Toys needed for 2 and 6 years old little girl and boy. Another ones. We support fundraising for people from Ukraine who are currently in Otwock. This is a very small city close to Warsaw. 54 people came, including 38 children, age 1.5 years, 11 months, 2 and 3 years old, and most from 5 to 17 years old. The most necessary things were cold medicines, milk, wet wipes, and so on, bedding. Someone else published, loved ones. My uncle near Łódź, what is the kind of a large city, an hour from Warsaw, welcomed 30 people, mainly women and children. He wants to take even more. While the next rooms, there are no sockets and switches. I need an electrician person with the ability to connect sockets because my uncle is no longer able to do it. And is the number. And immediately 46 people's response. And this is just a small drop of constant flow of kindness, also needs. People making sandwiches, bringing them to the train station when some people came from the train and literally with nothing, often hungry. So some people organize themselves, make the sandwiches, bring the hot tea. And it's kind of a massive movement right now helping. And this is just beginning, I can say. It's very touching and very uplifting, in some sense that even in this tragic situations when we faced, the same time we see the so wonderful care and responses. So from our side, we, as using the service-based language, one of the ripples of the call, like Jin-Wei mentioned, we think to start, do the practice 3 steps, 1 bow for peace in Ukraine and in Eastern Europe generally. We're still thinking about the format and how many maybe times we will offer this practice, but perhaps maybe we can invite some people who I know in Poland. Some of them can maybe offer the songs and we can bow together with intention for peace and support. And also have some meditation and so forth. So we'll update if you wish to join us. And I think this is it. The time is up. So,
okay, yeah. So what's the poem or prayer that